Let me introduce Pam Davis, who is past Division F Governor for District 3 Toastmasters. She is a member of 3, not 1, 3 Toastmaster clubs. And she's going to give a 5 to 7 minute presentation in the form of a mock radio talk show appearance. Pamela Beasley will play the part of the host for Evening with Evelyn. So she gets to be Evelyn. The goals of the presentation are: 1, explain why we need Toastmasters; 2, provide information on Toastmasters and talk about how to form a Toastmasters club. Now, this mock radio talk show is Project 2 from the Public Relations Advanced Communicator Manual. So, welcome to Evening with Evelyn. So glad you could come, Evelyn.
Let's put this right over here. Here, that way.
First of all, I'd like for you to tell the audience how Toastmasters works.
All right. Thank you for having me on Evening with Evelyn.
It's good to have you here.
I am here to tell you a little bit about Toastmasters and how it actually works. Toastmasters is held through, thank you. In a Toastmasters club, we use the club environment in order to help teach communication and leadership skills to our members. We do this through practice. You've always heard that old adage, practice makes perfect. Well, the same thing happens in Toastmasters. You practice speaking in front of your members of your club, which allows you to practice in a friendly, supportive environment. You are going to get support from all of your peers, and they're not going to throw rotten tomatoes at you when you get up to speak. So this is a good way to learn to speak. You also get to practice leadership skills by taking part in your meetings, taking the different roles. For instance, if you are the odd counter, you need to listen for people to say or other filler words. That teaches you then to use your listening skills. If you're an evaluator, you are practicing your skills at giving feedback. Anybody that's in management needs to learn to give feedback to their employees, and they need to give effective feedback. So you get to practice that in the meeting setting, and you get feedback on how you did as an evaluator. You also get to teach people how to do projects outside of their club, because as you progress in Toastmasters and you get into leadership roles, you must do outside club activities, such as putting on a membership campaign, starting a public relations event for your club, or you may have a high performance leadership project, which could be a community service project, or it could be like what I'm doing currently for my high performance leadership is to bring Toastmasters to Southeast New Mexico.
Okay. So this is as much about leadership as it is speaking, maybe even more.
Yes, yes, you will learn leadership skills and you also learn communication. But to be a good leader, you need to have communication skills.
And how much does it cost to be a member?
Toastmasters cost $36 every 6 months. That's your international dues, we call it. It goes to Toastmasters International. A lot of those dues actually come back to the local club through the district. The district gets so much money back from each person that pays into international, and that comes back to the district to put on speech contests, conferences, to do training for the officers, and also to help some of the local clubs get started. So that's what your international dues. When you start Toastmasters, you will also pay a one-time fee of $20 as a new member, and that buys your first 2 manuals. The Competent Communicator has 10 speech projects in it that teaches you everything from picking a speech topic, organizing your speech, to aspiring your audience like we heard this evening.
For those people that aren't really comfortable with speaking publicly, do they have to speak when they first come in? Or?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We will encourage any new speaker to speak as quickly as they feel comfortable, but not until they feel comfortable. We give the opportunity for every new member to get a mentor that will help them through their first 3 speeches. And that mentor will help guide them through the projects, teach them how to use the manuals, be their main cheerleader for when they get up to give their first speech.
Okay. So if Lovington would like to start a club here, what needs to be done?
Okay, if they want to start a club, the main thing is we have 3 people from Lovington here and their friends, and the people they have coffee with, and the people they go to church with. We want you to tell them about Toastmasters. And you say, we are going to start a Toastmasters club in Lovington, and we need you because you must have 20 people to charter a new club. Now, that doesn't mean that Bobby, since he lives in Lovington, even though he belongs to the club in Hobbs, he can be a member of this club too. You can have 3 dual members. In other words, they're members of more than one club. And they can be a member of your club to help make that 20. People that used to be Toastmasters that maybe want to come back and be a Toastmaster again, they can come back and they can be part of that 20. So as soon as they can get 20 people together, they must be 18 years and older. I believe that a good, healthy Toastmasters club has people from all ages, from young people to retired people, because then you get a variety of topics and you get to learn from each other.
I think there's also a program called Speech Club.
Yes.
For people that might help the Jumpstart Club.
Okay, Speechcraft is like, it's the same thing as a Toastmasters club, although it can be done for a limited amount of time. So it can be done for 6 to 8 weeks, or maybe 12 weeks. You would set up your time for that. And that club, as a Speechcraft, you would not actually be a Toastmaster member. And it's really to help people get interested maybe in Toastmasters, see what it's all about, see if they like it, and then they could start a club from that. And it can also be given for people that possibly cannot meet the age requirement. Maybe they're still in high school.
Okay, and there are youth programs.
Yes, we have youth leadership program, and we have what we call the Gavel Club. A Gavel Club doesn't have to be for youth. It can be for people that cannot have a normal membership, such as we have Gavel Clubs sometimes in prisons and jails for people that they don't have money to pay for the membership, but they can have a Gavel Club, somebody really supported.
Okay, and how might people be able to contact you?
Okay, I can give them my card this evening, and it'll have my contact number and phone, and we would probably, after tonight's demo meeting that we did here in Lovington, we would like to have another meeting, and I believe we have it reserved, do we, for a time, Bobby?
That's right, 28, 2 weeks from tonight, the room's reserved.
Okay, so 2 weeks from tonight, that we would have another meeting. That's when the 3 people that are here tonight bring 3 or 4 more people with them each. And then you say, come and see what Toastmasters is all about. We will do the same thing. We will have another meeting, just like we did tonight, and they get a feel for the meetings.
And I hear you're on Facebook and Twitter.
Yes, we're on Facebook and Twitter, but not for this Lovington yet. But they can see what we do.
Okay.
Do you want to send out to them? Would you like to send out the people that came tonight, the information for the I don't know how many of you do Facebook and Twitter, and, oh, it's at the bottom. Thank you. Thank you, audience, for taking part in this Evelyn Evening with Evelyn. Okay, do you want to see if the audience would like to ask any questions?
Do you have any questions?
Pretty well covered everything.
We have a comment, that we did have a conflict tonight with the city commission meeting, with a couple of the city commissioners, I think have an interest in coming, so, and also the lady at the Chamber of Commerce, all in that conflict today. I think next week, though,
Nick?
we think we give 3 more.
One thing to consider is if you start a club in Lovington, Monday nights at 6:30 may not be the best time for you. That would be up to this club to determine who, when, and where you want to meet. The Lee County Electric Co-op was nice enough to loan us this building, and I believe they did say most weeknights it is available so Toastmasters could meet in here. And it's a nice setup for that. But it's up to you to form what works best for the people in Lovington. We actually meet 2 times a month in Eunice and in Hobbs. But the corporate club in Eunice meets every week. So you can meet every week, you can meet twice a month, you can meet every other week, however you would like it. Each club is unique in that respect.
Do you have any additional comments?
I don't think so. Thank you for having me, Evelyn.